How to legally discharge your mortgage, the step-by-step process. Introduction, the power of mortgage discharge. In this discussion, the concept of discharging a mortgage is explored, presenting it as a viable solution for individuals facing financial challenges, such as job loss, family emergencies, or an inability to meet mortgage payments. Contrary to common belief, discharging a mortgage is not an insurmountable task. This report breaks down the necessary steps and considerations for discharging a mortgage, emphasizing the importance of understanding the underlying legal frameworks, sovereignty, and credit systems that enable such a financial strategy. Footnote: Mortgage discharge involves understanding the hierarchy of sovereignty and the use of strategic credit tools, providing financial relief for those in need. Sovereignty and the hierarchy of power. Before discharging a mortgage, it is crucial to comprehend the foundational structure of sovereignty. Sovereignty refers to the authority and control over an entity's legal and financial matters. The natural hierarchy of sovereignty is outlined in constitutional law, with God, as the creator, at the top of the hierarchy, followed by individuals, natural persons, the states, and the federal government. Understanding this structure is vital because it determines your legal position, and only by recognizing your rightful place as a natural person can you effectively engage in the process of discharging your mortgage. Footnote: The hierarchy of sovereignty clarifies the power structure, positioning individuals as sovereign entities, which is essential when navigating debt discharge. The role of artificial entities and status correction. In the context of mortgage discharge, artificial entities such as statutory citizens and federal states play a significant role. These entities often bind individuals to public systems through tools like the birth certificate, which marks the individual as a statutory citizen, subject to the laws and regulations of the federal government. To discharge a mortgage, it is essential to correct one's status and operate as a natural person, stepping out of the public system and into the private realm. This transition, referred to as status correction, is a fundamental step in reclaiming one's financial sovereignty. Footnote: Status correction is the process of re-establishing your identity as a natural person, free from the constraints of artificial entities that hinder financial freedom. The importance of operating privately. Once your status has been corrected, the next step is to establish your financial affairs in the private domain. This requires setting up private entities, such as business trusts, to handle your financial and property matters. By transferring ownership of your mortgage into a business trust, you separate the liability from your personal responsibility, making it easier to negotiate or discharge the mortgage. This private operation shields you from public debts and provides you with the flexibility needed to handle your financial obligations effectively. Footnote: Operating privately through business trusts allows individuals to separate personal liabilities from assets, providing leverage for debt discharge. Utilizing credits for mortgage discharge. To discharge a mortgage, access to credits is essential. Utilizing available credits within private entities, such as business trusts, can provide the necessary financial tools to pay off the mortgage. By leveraging credit lines established under these entities, you can pay off your mortgage without directly using personal funds. This method involves the strategic use of credits, turning what might seem like a liability into a valuable asset for managing and eliminating debt. Footnote: Using credits within private entities offers a non-traditional but effective method for discharging mortgages without depleting personal financial resources. The role of bonds in discharging debt. While some individuals focus on utilizing bonds to discharge debt, such as a mortgage, the real issue lies in the reception of these bonds by the lender. The challenge is not necessarily the bond itself but the willingness of financial institutions to accept such forms of payment. Mortgage discharge can be achieved by understanding how bonds work, but more importantly, by focusing on the credits available through private entities and navigating the complexities of the financial system to ensure the mortgage is paid off. Footnote: Bonds, though often discussed in debt discharge, are not always accepted by lenders. Understanding credit availability through private entities is a more reliable strategy. Strategies for successful mortgage discharge. Successfully discharging a mortgage requires understanding and utilizing credit strategically. By accessing high credit lines within private business entities, individuals can pay off their mortgages without relying on traditional financial systems. This method involves creating the right environment, setting up the proper private entities, using available credit responsibly, and navigating legal frameworks effectively to ensure the mortgage is discharged without personal financial strain. Footnote: Discharging a mortgage involves strategic planning, including setting up private entities and utilizing available credit within those entities to eliminate debt. Conclusion: Achieving financial freedom through mortgage discharge. Discharging a mortgage is not an impossible feat, but it requires a thorough understanding of sovereignty, status correction, and the strategic use of credits within private entities. By aligning yourself with your natural person status and using private entities to manage financial matters, you can eliminate debt effectively. Understanding these processes will empower you to take control of your financial future and achieve the freedom you deserve. Footnote: Achieving financial freedom through mortgage discharge is a strategic process that requires aligning legal status, operating privately, and utilizing available credits within private entities.